Well, not only prostitution, but drug sales in a large extent also exists there. And that's one of the seedy areas of Modesto that needs higher patrols, more often patrols, and a stronger enforcement. The challenge that we have in Modesto is we have been fighting the budget battle, and when it comes time to new hires in police, we've not been able to get a budget that works well with our current police unions because of our negotiations. You probably all remember some of the tough things that happened in the last year when it came time to how we balance the budget. And it's come out of laying off a large number of our public employees, and that includes our public safety, our police officers. So we have to fix our revenue, so our revenue income flow, our tax flow, if we expect to be able to hire the additional police officers to exercise the enforcement in those areas. That's the way you address it, is through enforcement. It won't go by way itself. It won't go away by itself. It will only continue to encroach other areas of town if we let it exist and ignore the problem. So we have to fix our income, then we can do something about it.
Thank you. Candidate Ariella?
Well, what they should do is make some programs to see them catch HIV and AIDS from wherever they are, prostitutes, and NYSHA. And NYSHA was supposed to be a facility for Section 8 and low-income people. If they're just a mother or somebody doing things, then they should just, close it down instead of just, making it say it's a problem that we have to pay for it. But if we have to pay for it, then I guess we'll have to have law enforcement on the site all the time to keep them away or keep the people away from them.
Thank you. Candidate Hunt?
I think a lot of the issue is obviously been stated as enforcement, but what bothers me is when I drive by and see that gal is somebody's child. They probably have drug issues, they probably have abuse issues. And for us to just talk about enforcement is really pretty callous. I think that we need to work together to try and help those gals get out of that kind of a lifestyle. Nobody wants to be in that kind of lifestyle. I don't care, what anybody says. But what can we do as a community? We have, if you would talk about homeless, we have great services for homeless. We probably have, in some cases, too many services for homeless because we're kind of falling all over each other. We did a Blue Ribbon Committee on homelessness that really showed us that we have a lot of very, very good services, and how do we coordinate those so that we give the best service to the homeless folks so that they can get in a house and so that they can get a job and get going. I think it's that same kind of mentality that we need to focus on the prostitutes that are out there that are doing that. How can we help them? Those who want help, how can we help them out of that kind of a lifestyle? Because again, I have 2 daughters, and it grieves me to see women in that kind of situation. And I think that we as a community can't let that just go. We just can't ignore it, put them in jail, or push them out of the community. We need to do something about it.
Thank you. And we're going to have closing remarks. You have 3 minutes. And we'll start with you, Candidate Zelke.
This is cool. I couldn't.
Yeah, closing remarks.
Okay. Okay. Tell you a little bit about myself real quickly, and I want to tell you about vision. First of all, I served 10 years on a homeless organization where we fed people daily, and I counseled people through many of their drug, alcohol, and prostitution problems. So to infer that maybe I was callous, maybe it was a misunderstanding of what I'd done for our community, and voluntarily did it because I love our community and it's important. In fact, I love it so much I want to change our community. I want to change our culture. What I see Modesto as is not what we were, but what we can be. You see, I see Modesto as what I call the beacon of the valley, a vibrant community that's growing because we've introduced new businesses in here. And our young can stay instead of having to move away once educated, because there are jobs for them to stay here. They say we have a lousy or a low college graduation rate with our young adults, and it's because they get educated and have to go away because we've not provided opportunity for them in our community. Modesto is on the edge of becoming that golden city, that city that offers opportunity for everyone. The city where I showed you that picture, that's a vision of linear parks on only one side, and I'm proposing two sides, running one edge of the city to the other, connecting with the Virginia corridor. What a unique city. We could become the city known as a city of canals, a city where you go downtown at night and you see things happening every single weekend downtown, whether it costs a lot or not. There's an opportunity for us to create an environment in downtown Modesto where you can see things happen every single weekend, whether it's actors on the street corner, whether it's music on the street corner, whether it's full-blown closing the street down, allowing restaurants the opportunity to serve and let people become part of an outdoor environment. We have the best nights from about April until late September. I think some of the entire United States. How often can you sit outside at 10 o'clock at night in a shirt sleeve and be perfectly comfortable? We can do that in Modesto, and no one seems to recognize our outdoor opportunities that exist in our community. We are truly a blessed community, and we can change it if we decide we want to look to the future. We can become that beacon of the valley, that beacon where people stay and not move away.
Thank you. Candidate Earnhardt?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, provide leadership to the state of California. I've been doing it for 6 years already for the Democratic Party. And I'm the person you want to hire for mayor to get the things and the job done.